What a week to be a trader. Let's bring in Joe Tegay of Equity Armor Investments. And Joe, money came pouring into technology the day after the election during the session. What do you think here, Joe?
Yeah, I was talking about for a while, this election might be treated like an earnings event. A ton of volatility coming up into it. Then after kind of like a sigh and the volatility whooshes out of the market. Certainly what happened on Wednesday was a risk on trade. We saw tremendous flows into the NASDAQ, into tech, into risky assets. We also saw rates going lower. People maybe not wanting to buy bonds as they go lower, want to rather put their money to work in an equity, which might have a better rate of return. We'll see how that plays out in the next 3 years. But certainly, this is a risk-on trade. People are willing to put money into risky assets. I'm not sure why, given the state of the election, but that's the result. I'm not going to comment on why, but that is what is happening.
The Fed will release its rate decision today. Do you think the Fed will remain the same on rates?
Yeah, exactly. So interesting to see how the market turned overnight. It looks like there's going to be a split. There's not going to be one party controlling all three legislatures and the presidency. So there will be a split, and there will be more of the status quo in legislature, which means a lot of the stimulus is not going to come from the House and the Senate. It might have to come from the Fed. That might mean lower for longer. I talked about these low interest rates. That might be a big part of what's going on. So that's what the market is pricing in. Now, whether or not the Fed does that, and if we see a move out of that, given the VIX is 30, there's a lot of potential there.
Going back to election night, there were some wild moves in the market. Who were the trader winners?
Yeah, it was from a trader perspective, if I could throw everything out of the window, it was a fantastic night. It's very interesting to watch these markets moving like this, take advantage of some of the positions we had on. So that was really exciting. But really, just watching the market, it kind of made sense. And you look at the skew, that means that the downside was more expensive heading into the election than the upside. So players who got into the market via call spreads did fantastic. Long the market on the downside call and short the upside call where volatility is coming in as the market's rising. That was the trade people put on before the election, and it did fantastic on Wednesday.
Thanks so much, Joe, for the Trader Talk.
Thank you.
For more Business First AM, check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.